Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's StepsBasic, and welcome back to the comfy, cozy community show. Okay, so I know, I lied. Calm down. I lied. I said that last week was going to be the last Monday show, but this week's going to be the last Monday show. And it honestly comes down to the fact that this week's going to be a bit of a headache, and I wanted to get in here and ahead of everything and be like, okay, so content's going to be a little slim this week, unfortunately. I apologize, but there will be content this week. I just have a lot of stuff going on IRL that I need to take care of. And yeah, it all goes around, circles around my car. So, I should be getting a new car this week and getting rid of the rental this week. So it's going to be a bit of a headache, but I'm going to do my best, and we're going to have at least one video a day. This one being today's video, every day for the week. But anyway, apart from all that, that's not important. What's important is today's topic. No, that's wrong. I am wrong. Incorrect. We're doing this properly. Okay, we're doing this properly. First of all, question of the day. What is one weird science fact that you know and want to share with everyone? That's a good question of the day. I like it. Okay, next, moving on to the comments for the week. We actually had quite a few of them, and it was kind of interesting because one of them came from someone who was streaming my video on Discord, and I thought that was kind of neat. And of course, I'm not the type of stodgy person who's like, no, don't share my videos. I obviously want you to share my videos. More people who know about me, more people who watch me, more people I entertain. That's what I do. But yeah, Sacco over here streaming my video on Discord. Thank you. Of course, it's not going to stop me from feeling a little nervous. Fun gameplay, loving my videos. Thank you, Bo Bunny. I've noticed that I have a Bee Bunny, Be a Bunny. I've seen a lot of your comments this last couple of weeks. Couple of weeks. Thank you so much for enjoying my content. I'm happy that people are enjoying. I'm a bit late watching. I slept all day Friday. Don't blame you. Although, talking about school, it's like I'm almost 40, and I remember school was... I still remember how exhausting school could be. I got somebody who said I sound zesty. I didn't quite know how to take that one, so I'm just like, hey, it's quite refreshing, like a zesty drink, but I'll take it anyway. I sound quite zesty. Yeah. Great. Amazing vid as always. Thank you on my weekend video. I like to do those because, for the people who can't watch throughout the week, they can get a highlight video. But anyway, there we go. That's the last comments for the last week. And now, on to the topic. Now, today I wanted to do one of my previous little things. I don't know if you remember, I did or if you were even around for it, but I did a video. 1 second while I apply my deodorant. Yeah, I just got back from my walk, so, naturally, I have to make sure I don't stink like my walk. So, a while back, I did a video called Someone's Smarter Than Me, or a topic called Someone's Smarter Than Me, where I picked a topic, an idea, a science-based idea, and I discussed, I think last time was space stations in shipyards in space, build spaceships in space, because a majority of the fuel needed for, going to space is often burned up exiting the atmosphere. So, the idea of building one in space seemed like a more plausible idea to me. But today, somewhat along those same lines, because we did talk about refueling the space station without having to go, to and from space, obviously. So I've talked about an umbilicus between Earth and the space station. Now this got me thinking about the transference between atmosphere to reality, or to no atmosphere. And I was thinking about it, okay, so I'm sitting there thinking, what does it feel like to propel yourself into gravity? Not propelling yourself in gravity, obviously that's just running or jumping, but propelling yourself into gravity, from zero gravity to gravity. And I was thinking about it and how weird it would be. Now, obviously, we can't build like a rigid structure from Earth to the moon, say, because, well, first of all, that's a god-awful distance. You can't even reach that. But, maybe an umbilicus, like I was talking, like it's just a tube. Like those elephant trunk ventilation tubes that you see in construction sites or garbage chutes and whatnot. You throw things off the buildings and whatnot. But you see these sorts of things. They're called elephant trunks because they're big and windy and go blah blah blah. We had a bunch of those when I was in the Navy. But imagine one of those like hanging from, say, the space station or from the moon, but basically from space into Earth's atmosphere. Now, obviously, like I said, it can't be rigid because the movement of Earth and the rotation would just destroy it. So you need something that's not going to break. But obviously, it's got to be careful with something that's not rigid because, well, Earth is going to move out of the way and it's going to just pop into space. So obviously, there's a lot of issues with what I'm discussing here. But the point of the whole topic is like what the feeling of transitioning from zero gravity to gravity. Now, after now, of course, also another caveat, I'm not talking about like taking a rocket ship into space because that's quick. What I'm talking about is like just the human body, like yourself, crawling through this umbilicus that I was talking about, like hand over hand through on a ladder, climbing yourself out of or from into from outer space into our gravity. Now, what I was thinking about was, now this got me thinking, what was I saying? Okay, so this got me thinking about it. Like, I probably solved the question before I even asked the question because I thought about it and I'm like, well, obviously it's not going to be a binary switch. It's not going to be 0 to 1. It's going to be a gradual analog change. It's not going to be digital. It's just going to be analog. So it's going to be an increase from 0 to 1, as it were. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So you're going to feel the pull get stronger. Now, that seems most likely to me. And that comes from the idea of if you go diving. Have you ever been diving before? I ask in general. I've been diving before. It's fun. It's exciting. But you can feel the weight and the pressure gradually increase as you go down further. Coffee, 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 coffee. And so that's an interesting... And so that becomes like what I imagine transitioning from space to Earth would feel like if you were just going by yourself in a spacesuit or in a diving suit, like going underwater. It would feel much similar to that. But then that got me thinking about what would the feeling of immediate change be like? Now I'm thinking you go from 0 to 1. Like we switch it straight up to the digital. We go from analog to straight digital. You go from 0 gravity to immediate gravity. Now this is an interesting one because I imagine it would have to happen to the entire body because I imagine there might be some tearing involved if there isn't. I can imagine a portal or a window like a Stargate. You reach through and on the other side there's a higher gravity than what's on this side. So it's like, whee, and then all of a sudden, your hand is gone. It's like, well, that was my favorite hand. I have my watch and everything. I'm going to be so sad. Unless, of course, the gravity pull isn't that strong. Like, we as human beings can resist Earth's gravity, i.e. we can jump. We obviously can't completely resist it. It keeps us still down, but we can jump. So, there's a little bit of oomph. But if we go lower into the stronger gravity and pressure and whatnot that we feel below sea level and whatnot, then things start to become a little bit difficult and we get crushed into paste. But, so, I just wonder what that would feel like in general. And of course, like I said, this is a person smarter than me video where I ask a question, I pose a hypothesis, I discuss an idea, and somebody smarter than me would know the answer. But of course, I don't because one thing, I've never experienced that. I've experienced going under the water, and I feel like that is similar but also not the same. You know what I mean? it's a weird, interesting thing. You know, I've always wondered what gravity would feel like, or the loss of gravity, or the feeling of gravity, or the mavity of the situation. It's an idea. A thought, I should say. Not an idea. A thought. This isn't an idea. This is a pondering. A ponderance, if you will. I'm thinking about things. Yes. But anyway, give me some more of this coffee. That's really all I have for the topic. I did have a bit more rambling because I wrote it out. I did have a bit more rambling. Oh, God. I even talked about how long it would take to climb out of the atmosphere. That's ridiculous because, like, I walk 3 miles a day. It's about 45 to 50 minutes for my walk. And, like, I can not even imagine how long that would be to walk or climb a ladder that high. No, thank you, ma'am. Anyway, but that's all I've really got for that topic. If you have any other topics, and of course, to answer the question of the day, if you have any other topics you'd like to ponder about, make sure to leave those down in the comment section down below. But apart from all that, let's move on to the announcements for the week. Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a hectic week because I got IRL stuff going on involving the car and everything, and hopefully I'll be able to get all that taken care of by Wednesday, because that's when I need my car turned in, the rental turned in. But we're just kind of crossing our fingers and hoping. Apart from that, I finished up Resident Evil Revelations, and there's only 3 episodes of that left. And then I'm going to start into Resident Evil 5. I should be able to record an episode or 2 of Resident Evil 5 before the end of the week. And hopefully we can start it by the end of the week. But we'll see. Apart from all that, I'm planning to do the Dread X5 collection. That's for those of you who don't know anything about the Dread X collection, it's a series of horror games, kind of a collaboration between artists and game makers to make horror games. And I've loved the Dread X collection. I've done every single one of them on my channel, from Dread X 1 to Dread X The Hunt. And now 5 will be next. But yeah. Apart from all that, that's all the topic. That's the announcements, and that's me for today. Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of the Cozy Community Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, just come poke that like button for me. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and when I can, if I can, you know, all that jazz. And tune in next time as we talk about another topic another time. And until then, good night.